In a leaked conversation, NIO's head of NIO Power, battery swap and charging, Shinfei, said that there could be room for battery price adjustments and BAS pricing adjustments. But he did not say which one will get adjusted. But this basically confirms that one of them will be adjusted in terms of pricing. This is very interesting because on NIO Day, NIO CEO said that over 95% of customers choose the standard range battery pack and only 5% choose the long range battery pack compared to when it was 50-50 back in 2021. This, I think, is a big missing opportunity for shareholders because he said, oh, well, choosing the standard range because there's battery upgrade saves them money and also saves the environment. But I think this is not good for shareholders because if they chose the longer range battery pack, that is extra revenue for NIO. There's another big reason why this is happening. Now, I want you to take a look at the price of ET5T with the standard 75 kilowatt hour battery pack here in China. It costs 298K. Now, if you want to get the 100 kilowatt hour long range battery pack with it, it costs a whopping 58,000 RMB to upgrade and get that 25 extra kilowatt hours of battery, putting the price of the car well over 356,000 RMB. Now, this doesn't seem like a lot. It seems reasonable and fair, but let's look at Zeekr. Here is Zeekr 007 with the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack at 259,900 RMB for the total price of the vehicle. Now, if you add on the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, it only cost 20,000 extra, whereas for NIO, it costed 58,000 extra. So it is less than half the price to upgrade the battery pack from 75 to 100 on the Zeekr compared to a NIO. Combined with the fact that you can flexible upgrade to the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack for 50 RMB a day. That's like $8. It's game changing, no question about that. But also means that there's absolutely no reason to buy the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack straight up. And even in stores, in NIO stores, the sales reps tell customers that exact information you can upgrade so you can save yourself some money, which I think is great for a customer. But as a shareholder, we definitely want NIO to be earning as much money as they can. The result is, of course, what you see on NIO Day. Only 5% of customers choose the long-range battery pack, and that means less extra revenue for NIO. And add on top of that, NIO launched the 120 kilowatt hour battery pack, and they have the 150 that we all know about. So they have 4 different battery configurations. It is safe to say that there are going to be price adjustments for the battery packs. And add on top of that, if you look at lithium prices over the past year, it has really just crashed, come down quite substantially, meaning it's much cheaper to make batteries, and NIO really has the space to adjust the prices of those batteries down. Now, in my video over a month ago where I talked about China's 2024 tax policy favors NIO and NIO's battery as a service, renting the battery gets you out of lots of taxes, purchase tax, that are mandatory in 2024. Go watch that video if you haven't already done so, link up here. But BAS is where the secret formula for everything exists. All right, this is where I think that NIO is going to really give incentives and lower the price. Now with BAS, renting the battery for the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, you instantly reduce the purchase price of the car by 70,000 and you pay 980 monthly. So the total cost of ET5T will be 228,000 RMB. Now if you slap on the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, all right, for BAS, the purchase price of the car is still the same, 228,000 RMB, which means, of course, with BAS, you remove taxes, like I've said in that video, but here you pay 1,680 per month And that is actually not cheap, to be honest. Now, the reason that most customers here in China started to not choose battery rental BaaS is because of the fact that if you want to sell your car later on, you have to, most of the time, buy the battery back. So that means all the monthly payments for BaaS, for renting the battery, is wasted. And you still have to buy the battery back if you want to sell the car to someone else. So that's a huge disadvantage, and people don't like that. However, in 2024, because of the tax policies favoring BaaS, that means you could pay less in purchase taxes, which is absolutely amazing and good for choosing BaaS. Knowing all these information, now, if NIO lowers the price of BaaS, then this is just a killer opportunity for NIO to get a ton of sales. Now, they may lower prices directly or lower the price of BaaS, which I think is the most likely thing that they'll do, because lots of NIO owners have been complaining that BaaS is way too expensive, and even signing petitions to rant against NIO, to do lots of bad stuff to NIO because BaaS is too expensive. That kind of BS. They could just lower the price comparable to what Zeekr is offering, $20,000 to upgrade for the difference, the 25 kilowatt hour difference to get the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. That seems much more reasonable than 58,000 RMB, which is quite a steep price. Now, any one of these adjustments will be an indirect price cut. All right, indirect, meaning people that purchase the car, they might complain, oh, you guys cut prices. You guys said you won't ever cut prices. This is one of those indirect price cuts, just like back when NIO removed the free battery swap and made it separate. And that was an optional package for a limited amount of time. And by that, they did a price cut, but indirectly. So this is a very smart move. I think NIO might be also doing that. Just lower the price of the battery, but not the car. So you have a price cut there, and that'll help with sales dramatically, because price cuts are very, very good, and customers are very sensitive to price cuts, especially with NIO. If there's good promotion, people pull the trigger right away. But I think, in my personal honest opinion, lowering the price of the battery will piss off a lot of people that already bought the battery. But lowering the price of BaaS rental fees going forward, that's actually going to be beneficial to every single BaaS NIO owner out there, because that means our future monthly payments are reduced as well. And also it's going to help out with sales. So this will be the path to the least number of people angry. So this is, I think, what NIO will be doing, lowering the price of BaaS. That is the main takeaway of this video. It is rumored, and I think that is what's going to happen. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.